For centuries, the Great Pyramid of Giza stood as a silent guardian of history, towering over the desert, studied by scholars, measured by scientists, admired by millions. It was believed to be fully explored, fully mapped, and fully understood. But what if that belief was wrong? Recent radar scans using breakthrough imaging technology have revealed something astonishing. Deep beneath the base of the pyramid, sealed below layers of ancient bedrock, lie enormous geometric structures, not chambers already known to archaeologists, not cracks or natural caves. These are symmetrical, massive, and deliberately hidden. And here's where the mystery deepens. No one was supposed to find them. Some of these formations stretch hundreds of meters underground. Others appear to be connected to natural tunnel systems once dismissed as irrelevant. Officials have stayed quiet. Experts are divided. But for those who've seen the data, it's clear. This changes everything we thought we knew about Giza, because what lies beneath the Great Pyramid was never meant to be uncovered. No one was supposed to find this. But now that it's out, you need to see it for yourself. The discovery started quietly, not with a grand excavation, but with a scan. In March of this year, researchers presented findings from a non-invasive imaging technique known as synthetic aperture radar Doppler tomography. Originally developed for industrial and seismic applications, this technology was adapted to scan the subsurface of the Great Pyramid without disturbing a single stone. What they found was anything but ordinary. The scans revealed a complex network of voids, geometric formations, and vertical shafts, some plunging over 600 meters beneath the base of the pyramid. These weren't random gaps or cracks. They appeared symmetrical, evenly spaced, and massive in scale. Columns, grid-like foundations, pathways leading somewhere. The shapes are unlike anything recorded in previous archaeological maps of Giza. Immediately, the reaction split into two camps. Some Egyptologists dismissed the findings, calling them imaging anomalies or interpretive overreach. Others, independent researchers, geophysicists, and alternative historians, were stunned. To them, this wasn't a glitch in the data. It was a sign of something buried long before the rise of dynastic Egypt. Something intentionally hidden. No artifacts have been retrieved. No official excavations have begun. But the scans are real. And the questions they raise are louder than ever. What's buried beneath the Great Pyramid? And why has no one gone down there yet? Long before high-tech radar scans hinted at deep geometric structures, there was another discovery, hidden in plain sight. In 2008, a team of explorers, led by author and researcher Andrew Collins, entered a little-known site on the northern cliffs of the Giza Plateau. Its official name? North Cliff 2. But what they found became known as something far more intriguing: the Tomb of the Birds. Carved into the bedrock and shrouded in local legend, this unassuming entrance led into a vast cave system, one unlike anything previously documented near the pyramids. The explorers found winding tunnels stretching deep into limestone, lined with strange rectangular niches, animal bones, and walls marked by unusual striations. Parallel grooves that seem intentionally made, though their purpose remains unclear. Some passages narrowed into crawl spaces, others open into larger dome chambers. And at one point, the team reached what they called the tube, a tight passage heading south, deeper and further than they could safely go. Later, synthetic radar scans from 2007, years before the newest data release, confirmed what the explorers suspected. This natural cave system continues all the way toward the second pyramid, long, dark corridor beneath the sand, connecting points on the Giza Plateau like veins through stone. The implications are staggering. Could these caves have been known to the ancient Egyptians? Some believe they're linked to Rose Tao, the mythical entrance to the underworld, a sacred realm believed to lie beneath the earth, where the soul journeyed after this life. Others refer to ancient texts that speak of the Duat or the mouth of the passages, believed to be somewhere near Giza. And then there are the local legends of a forbidden chamber, of knowledge hidden beneath the sand, and of a great protector said to haunt the caves in the form of a serpent, allowing only the worthy to pass. The explorers went as far as they could. The data suggests there's more, but the question still lingers. Were these caves just a product of nature, or part of a design meant to be rediscovered thousands of years later? The Great Pyramid has always stirred more questions than answers. But what if the biggest mystery isn't in the structure we see, but in what lies beneath it? For decades, whispers have circulated about a sealed chamber buried under the pyramid's base. A chamber not recorded in hieroglyphs, not accessed by tourists, and, according to legend, never meant to be opened until the world was ready. This idea is known as the Hall of Records, a place where the knowledge of a lost civilization was said to be stored for a future age. The myth gained global attention thanks to the work of mystic Edgar Cayce, who claimed the hall held the records of Atlantis and was placed beneath the Sphinx by survivors of forgotten cataclysm. But others trace the story even further back, to Hermes Trismegistus, the legendary fusion of the Greek Hermes and Egyptian Thoth. Hermes, it said, was buried with a tablet carved in green stone, the Emerald Tablet. According to lore, it contained the secrets of the cosmos, hidden not just from sight, but from time itself. Could such an object, or the chamber meant protected, really exist? In the late 1970s, the Stanford Research Institute, in collaboration with Cairo's Ain Shams University, conducted remote sensing surveys beneath the Giza Plateau. Their findings were unexpected. Anomalous density patterns beneath the second pyramid, suggestive of voids or artificial chambers. Yet the results were quickly dismissed by mainstream voices and shelved. Fast forward to today, and the latest synthetic radar scans reveal voids descending over 600 meters, with patterns too geometric to ignore. Shafts, columns, corridors. Some believe this is merely a data error, but others ask the deeper question. If there is indeed a chamber, who built it? Was it truly the pharaohs, or someone far older? And then comes the silence. No official excavation, no public access, as if the very idea of finding it is forbidden. But if it's really there, hidden for thousands of years, was it buried to conceal something, or to protect it? What if the Great Pyramid wasn't just a tomb or a monument, but a machine? Some researchers believe that the pyramid's design isn't just symbolic, it's functional, that it was built to interact with the Earth itself, tapping into electromagnetic or vibrational energy flowing through the planet. Let's start with the materials. The pyramid's core is limestone, a rock known to insulate. Its inner chambers, however, are lined with granite, rich in quartz and known to react under pressure. And underneath it all, a natural water table. Some theorists suggest that as water flowed beneath the structure, it created piezoelectric vibrations in the granite. The result? A form of resonance, energy, generated not through wires, but through geometry, pressure, and sound. Then there's the layout. The pyramid is aligned almost perfectly to true north, within a fraction of a degree. Its base is level to within just a few centimeters. The internal shafts, some only a few inches wide, point directly to key stars, Orion's belt, Sirius, and others. Why would a tomb require that level of cosmic precision? Even stranger is the so-called Queen's Chamber, which contains a mysterious cavity and shafts that lead nowhere. Some believe these were not air vents, but channels for energy or sound. The Grand Gallery, with its steep angle and corbelled ceiling, resembles an acoustic chamber, as if it were designed to resonate. There's no proof, of course. Mainstream archaeologists argue that these features are symbolic or practical, not technological. But even they admit the engineering is astonishing. And then comes the unanswered question. If it really was just a tomb, why does it behave like something more? Why do elements of its construction resemble the principles of harmonics, vibration, and energy flow? Technology is only now being rediscovered. These claims are debated. The science is incomplete. But one thing is clear. The Great Pyramid was built with a level of precision that still challenges us today. And whether by coincidence or intent, it might be holding on to secrets we're only beginning to understand. Despite new data, new scans, and stories that refuse to fade, the official story of the Great Pyramid has barely changed in over a century. Why? Mainstream Egyptology follows a framework, a timeline tied to dynastic rulers, monuments, and artifacts cataloged over decades. In this view, the Great Pyramid was built around 4,500 years ago during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu, using copper tools and labor alone. It's a clean, linear narrative. And anything that doesn't fit, like chambers 600 meters below the surface or unexplained precision, is often labeled as coincidence, myth, or misinterpretation. Alternative theories are rarely welcomed with open arms. Even when modern scans reveal geometric voids or when explorers find structures that match ancient legends, the reaction is almost always the same: silence, dismissal, or pushback. Why the resistance? Some say it's about protecting truth, preserving a scientific model built over generations. But others believe it's about reputation. Admitting that something fundamental was missed or misunderstood could unravel careers, rewrite textbooks, and challenge institutions that have shaped our view of ancient history. And so, the narrative holds. But beneath the surface, both literally and figuratively, the ground is shifting. Because when new evidence keeps surfacing and the old answers no longer satisfy, the question becomes, are we protecting history, or protecting the version we're comfortable with? After all the scans, theories, and speculation, one fact remains unchanged. No one has gone down there. The chamber beneath the Great Pyramid, if it exists, has never been opened. The shaft detected by radar remain unreachable. The ancient tunnels winding beneath the plateau have not been fully mapped, and the possible connection between the Tomb of the Birds and the second pyramid, still just a shadow on a screen. There is no confirmed entrance, no recovered scroll, no definitive proof of what lies beneath. And maybe that's the most haunting part of all. We have the technology to see deeper than ever before, but no permission to explore, whether due to preservation concerns, politics, or fear what might be found. The ground remains untouched. What lies below may not just be stone and darkness. It could be the missing key to an older chapter of our history, a chapter before dynasties, before pharaohs, a chapter that someone at some point decided to seal away. And for now, it remains untouched, just beneath our feet. So what do you believe? Do you think there's truly more under the Great Pyramid than we've been told? A sealed chamber, lost knowledge, a forgotten chapter of humanity's story, or just a curious anomaly buried in the rock? And here's a question for you. If you had the chance to go down there yourself, would you? Would you step into that narrow passage, descend beneath thousands of tons of stone, and be the first to see what no one has seen for thousands of years? Because mystery isn't just about the unknown. It's about the choices we make in facing it. Leave a comment and tell us what you believe is hidden beneath the Great Pyramid. Ancient scrolls, energy devices, or simply empty space that's been misunderstood. Your voice matters here, and someone else in the comments might just share your theory or challenge it. If this video opened your mind or sparked your curiosity, give it a like. Share it with someone who loves history, puzzles, or the questions no one dares to answer. And if you haven't yet, subscribe, because this journey is far from over. In our next investigation, we're going deeper, beneath the Great Sphinx, to uncover what may be the most mysterious chamber of all and the ancient legends that surround it. Stay curious. Stay questioning. The past is still speaking.